There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Daddy Mo here with EL-SCRIBBLER.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even see the countdown and us going live. Yeah, we were going to be talking about no, I was going to say big boss level.
Yeah,
Boss
this ain't Metal Gear Solid. This ain't Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, the big boss. That was a good fight. Good fight in that game. But
oh, you talking about Metal Gear 4?
Yeah.
No. No. I'm sorry. Hold on.
That's 3.
No, that was
Rising,
Snake
Rising.
Eater. Snake Eater. No.
You
talking about when Solid Snake fought boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was number 3 because that's
okay,
that was number 3. I'm sorry, that wasn't even Solid Snake. See, this is completely off topic. What I hate is that, well, then again, though, it's clones. But for the longest, I thought Metal Gear Solid 3 was about Solid Snake. I didn't know it was about Big Boss because he's a clone.
Yeah.
So
if you look at how the story portrays, he's got the only real arc.
The only one I beat was the one that was like what was it, the Ground Zero, where it was really just one mission. That is the only one I've ever beat. But before we get into talking about the movie, if you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu and it stars Frank Grillo and Mel Gibson.
Well, it doesn't really star Mel Gibson. Let's just say
we're gonna talk about that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that because that was like my issue with it. But we got Marvel. We got Marvel news. Robert Downey Jr. is gonna play Doctor Doom in Avengers: Doomsday and Secret Wars. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, this proves so Marvel's been like, I've been open about not liking Endgame, right? I've been talking about that for years. I've never liked Endgame. I loved Infinity War, never liked Endgame. But the thing is, they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back because their next eras have been failing. Their next phases after Endgame have all failed. Every single one. They tried to do a new message. Deadpool proved them that message isn't working because Deadpool went against everything else. Deadpool made fun of itself. And then they're like, you know what? Nothing is working. Let's bring Robert Downey Jr. back. But we don't want to bring Iron Man back to life. And people are speculating because there is a comic. I keep wanting to say manga because I read manga more now. There is a comic where Doom actually gets in Iron Man's suit. So people are thinking that they're going to use that storyline to get Tony Stark or get Dr. Doom, get Robert Downey Jr. back into his usual suit, just with a green cape and a Doom mask.
Ain't gonna lie, that sounds kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, though, I get that he's a variant or whatever. I think it's bullshit. Y'all, of all the people y'all could have chose, y'all brought back Robert Downey Jr. And while I know he's going to do I already know he's going to do a great performance. He's going to do a good job. It's just like, that's like if y'all decided to, like, we kill off Logan and then we bring Hugh Jackman back in another role.
They
like, it's cool to see them again.
A lot of people wanted him back in his role. That's what they wanted him back for. They wanted him back as Iron Man. They didn't want him back as Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
And now people are talking about, well, Dr. Doom is supposed to be Romanian, I believe. And it's like, what? Why? This is Robert Downey Jr. He isn't, because you have to have everyone cast as who they are. You can't have actors play the role. Even though in Tropic Thunder, he played the best, most realistic black man in that film.
And plus, that was what almost 20 years ago. So we didn't care. I still don't care, but yeah.
Well, the thing is, the people that do care are the people in power.
Hey, Channing Tatum ain't French.
No.
But he made a name for him.
Remy LeBeau.
Ooh, I'm gonna make a name for myself.
Oh my gosh! But hey, I gotta say, I am thinking it's gonna end up falling flat. People will so it'll be just like Deadpool and Wolverine. People will go to watch it just because of the actor that's in it, but they won't care about anything else that goes on because they replaced Iron Man with Ironheart.
Oh, that was trash.
Yeah,
trash.
And they have not addressed that in a long time.
She's still getting her own show. She's still getting her own show.
I thought they finished that and it's been sitting on the shelf. But then again, they did the same thing with Echo. That finished and it sat on the shelf for like 2 years.
I still didn't watch that. How was that?
Dude, it was awful.
I watched the first episode and called it a day.
To watch it. And I was like, all right, we'll watch it. We'll talk about it. And then I watched the whole thing. And I'm telling you, it's just like, you're like, oh, it's okay. I just started it. I'll finish it. You told me you were going to finish it, so I stopped talking about it. Next time we end up talking, this guy did not bother seeing a single episode. He's
no. I watched the first episode,
and
it just wasn't it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like their phases have been failing, and I mean, their main villain ended up being found guilty. They terminated that project entirely and are trying to redo it with bringing Doom back. The problem is, everyone was talking about what should have been the next villain would be Dr. Doom. He would be the perfect villain to set off the next phases. But no, they wanted to go for another great universe-ending villain. So they went for Kang the Conqueror. Dr. Doom is more of a grounded Earth villain. That's what we needed.
I mean, they still could have. Well, no, judging by how this phase has been going, Kang probably wouldn't even been all that. I mean, the motherfucker got defeated by a dude that talks to ants.
Yeah.
After he just got done beating up motherfuckers in Creed 3.
After he got beat up by Loki Karen. He got beat up by the female Loki in Loki. Yeah. He got beat up by Ant-Man. I mean, you keep.
Well, that dude wanted to die. He wanted to die, but y'all gave us 2 Kangs that were whack.
All the Kangs, and it's just like all the Kangs are.
They gave us 3 Kangs that were trash.
Yep.
Yeah, Victor Timely, the one who remains, and then that was Kang, right? That we actually had Kang and Ant-Man, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know what they're gonna do with this. We'll see in 2026. So until then, we got Deadpool and Wolverine to hold us over, because let's be real, ain't nothing gonna be better than that.
Well, don't you want to see Captain America 4?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm going to see the hell. Anthony Mackie, my boy Clarence, got his own movie.
But that's the thing. It's like,
technically he's not. It's his movie, but
it's funny. I've been seeing so many Captain Black Falcon America. It's like, yeah, Captain Black Falcon America. Like, okay, whatever. Just like people making so many long titles for him, and the fact, like, I just got to say it. What's with Disney constantly changing their titles? How many titles did Brave New World have?
I actually like New World Order. That sounded fire. It sounded like some real shit. But the Brave New World sound kind of Pocahontas.
New World Order. But it like also like Agatha. Does that even have a set title? Because they've been switching that.
Well, it kind of goes on. I feel like that's actually funny because by the way, before I even go into that, did you see the trailer for it?
Nah, I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. It actually looks kind of good. I hope they keep it with that tone. It feels like some horror type witchy shit. I don't know. It looks good, but the fact that they keep changing the title and then come to find out it was Agatha all along, I thought that was I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it's just Agatha, right?
No, it's called Agatha All Along.
Oh,
so that's what I'm saying. The fact that they had these 3 different titles, and then the show was Agatha All Along. I thought that was funny.
They're just admitting the fact that this show is being made off of the back of a meme.
Bro,
that's the thing that's pissing me off.
I've only had this water out for 10 minutes and it's already warm. It is hot in here.
I got my AC going on full blast.
They're fixing mine tomorrow. It's been out for like 2 weeks and they had that. Yeah, I know, right? This shit sucked, man. But continue.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna care to watch it. The whole show is being based off the meme of that song that her picking up the dog and laughing at the camera. That's all it's being based off of.
But I love Catherine Hahn. She's
all right, but boss level.
Hold on. One more. What do you think about Captain America though? How do you feel about that movie? I think it might be good. Might be.
I don't think it can be. It's been having reshoot after reshoot after reshoot. The set end project of how much it cost isn't probably even close, because you have to pay the actors to come back. You have to redo the sets. You have to do all that. But they never include that in the final bill of how much all the reshoots cost. It's just the flat cost. So it could be one of the most expensive. But then again, Disney's cost for expenses in film keep going up and up and up and up and up, only for them not to make the money back. But it doesn't matter. They somehow have money. And plus, if you watch like their shows, it's like, where does this money go? You clearly don't spend $180 million on a 6-episode, 8-episode series for it to be absolute trash. Where does all the money go? It's a scheme. It's There, somebody's pocketing most of that. Let's be honest.
Yeah. And now, hey, we hit 10 minutes. Now we can talk about boss level.
All right.
I was surprised we actually only took 10 minutes to talk about all that.
We could go. I could go on more about Robert Downey Jr. and everything, but boss level.
Did you watch the? So I told you not to watch the trailer. Did you watch the trailer?
I didn't watch the trailer, but after watching it, I remembered I watched the trailer a long time ago. Okay, I think we both did, actually.
Probably. So was you kind of annoyed that it was basically an action version of Groundhog Day?
It's honestly, the way I describe it is Groundhog Day means John Wick Chapter 3, because that's the one where he's being haunted constantly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 3.
Well, that's every movie where he's being hunted.
Well, that's the one where the contract's put out on him. Everyone's chasing him.
Yep.
But that's how I put it. That is it. Okay, we've just talked about the movie. We're done here.
Hey, you know what's funny? I was watching and I'm just sitting there thinking like, it's the same shit over and over. We got to do a whole podcast on this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, dude. It's just like, what is there to talk about? Like,
I don't know.
Like,
I just want like a cool little fun movie, just kind of like get us started. Because for everybody that don't know, every week one of us is going to choose a movie. We're going to watch it. We're going to talk about it. This week I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen Boss Level in a while. He hasn't seen it. Let's just choose something fun to talk about, get it out the way.
Fun.
I thought you didn't like it, bro. I love how the second it opens, he's already like on attempt number 78. He 72. Already got 72. He already got somewhat of a rhythm going, but he still hasn't gotten far. Like his checkpoint is still like damn near the first level. Yeah, the diner. So then I love that we're about to go through this shit quick. Let's just talk about Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson pissed me off.
Okay, so this movie kind of portrays, even if you look at the thumbnail for it, it has Frank Grillo as like the biggest character and like 20 different versions of him in the thumbnail, and then it's got the second biggest person is Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson had like no screen time. There was what was Gwen Wu? Is that her name? Gwen Yu?
Oh, there is a bunch of versions of Frank Grillo. This is my first time really looking at the poster. Jai Gwen Jin, something like that. I have done this.
That the gag of that was super annoying. So that's the thing. It's like this movie. I feel like it was trying to be something, but couldn't find the middle ground of whether to be more action or more comedy. I think it should have been more the comedical route and kind of joked around with the action a bit more, not tried to make it too serious. I think that would have worked a little better because they introduced all these. They had a redneck assassin. They had Kaboom. They had all these. They had Pam. Nobody really had anything, because that's the thing. It's like they introduced that and I'm like, sweet, I'm down to learn about each and every one of these assassins. How does he take them out each time? It's got to be different. And it doesn't change. The second he finds out the puzzle, he just takes care of them each and every time. And it was just like, well, the interesting part of this movie is already over. The most exciting part was the assassins all being unique, all being interesting. And as soon as he figures out, I mean, only one of them really had a piece of dialogue, and that was Pam, who he kept calling Pam in his head just because of the gun. She had Adolf Hitler's gun.
I love that, because he was just like, wait a minute, you've been killing me with Adolf Hitler's gun this whole time? It doesn't get much worse than that. And then he kills her. Just for the Jews.
Can't say that, but yeah.
Short for Jewish, but okay.
Some people will find it offensive.
Okay, stop. I'm glad you said that. I never got that. Like,
I don't either.
It's legit short for Jewish.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh my, I don't get it. I mean, if that's really bad to say, I'll stop saying it. But it's not like.
It's just like the way you can say, I can say, black people, and you can make it sound rude by making it sound rude.
But I'm black.
But no, that's what I mean. I can say it.
Well, it depends on how you say it. It's like, oh yeah, exactly. That's for the black people. You said that's fucking, that sounds bad the way you say it.
It's all about the way it's said, but for some reason everyone says, "Oh, you said it. You in the short form version, that's offensive." No, it's about how you say things.
If that's offensive, then I don't know. Maybe change the fucking words around. I don't know, but it's just weird.
How many black people call each other by offensive terms? How many gay friends call each other by offensive terms? Why? Because it's accepted in certain communities. But no one outside the community can use those words. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense.
Be honest though, I won't say it because honestly, Jewish people, y'all already fucked. Y'all got Drake. Y'all got Drake. Y'all can keep him, man. Nobody want Drake.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I heard about that. I'm just like, I don't see how that's offensive. I mean, all it is.
Yeah. So it's just like, but it's YouTube, and YouTube's very strict with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, if that's how y'all feel, I don't care. Surprisingly, I don't know that many Jewish people.
Yeah. Well, then it's even worse, man. You haven't been given a pass. You haven't been given a pass.
I know one. I got it. Well, no, because my there's a server at my job, and she's married to oh my god,
married you?
She didn't convert yet. She didn't convert yet.
So
I think her last name is Rosenberg, so that kind of counts.
So like this film literally doesn't have much substance to it at all. Because the thing I thought would be amazing, because the second they introduced Kaboom, I was like, that's going to be my favorite one to learn about. Either the dwarf, the dwarf, little person, bomber, assassin.
Oh, God.
And they did nothing with them. They had a clone of him as well, like a copy, the Roy #2. They had the German twins. And
it's funny because one of the twins is a UFC fighter, Rampage Jackson. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I didn't even know that until I decided to look at who was in it. And I'm like, wait a minute, that was him? So I give you that. Like, that is one thing that they could have did more, because the only person I really know is Pam. That's because she has Hitler's gun. Like, they really could have gave us more.
Well, and you kept saying, and this is me.
And homegirl with the knife, which I love the sword. I loved her because when they finally fought, he's just like, oh, I've been waiting to say this. I am Roy, and I have done this. I love that bit.
Because it's just like, you know what he's going to say. It's like, I'm going to wait till after. I have to say something, but I'm going to wait till after. But that's what I mean. It was like the best gags would have been him fighting the assassins. That should have been the main focal point. After the assassins, the hardcore assassins were taken out, it should have been easy to get into the fortress, because it's just a regular, it's funny, I'm going to say regular government building, but it's an covert black site. It's a colonel who's gone off the reservation. He hired outside hitmen to take care of the job because he didn't want. So it would have been it's like the movie ended as soon as he took care of the other business. For me, you can literally skip from that point on to when he's talking to his son and realizing that there's more. When did you get the message? You can skip all of that.
But the whole point is just seeing how he dies, seeing how he gets next to this part, and then he fucks up, and now he has to restart and then try it all over. That's the fun in it, because it was the first 10
minutes.
Yeah, and now once we're done with the assassins, it's like, okay, clearly, just getting rid of them is not the point. Now I have to fucking backtrack, because like hell, he even has to backtrack because he found out that he's being tracked by with the tracking device in his tooth, which I thought was a funny ass scene, because he has to keep going back, getting each tooth, and like, okay, cool, that's the tooth. Let me die, come back and get the right tooth. And then now he has to backtrack again, and he starts learning how to sword fight with Michelle Yeoh, which I'm just like, damn, you in this this was before Everything Everywhere. So she wasn't Academy Award winning Michelle Yeoh. But honestly, I really love when now it's all about getting into the facility. I love that, because we sees Roy #2. Oh, hello, Roy #2. Pop, pop, pop. Goodbye, Roy #2. I love the narration. I think Frank Grillo was awesome. I think he's funny as hell when he can be.
I think he needs to be in more films for sure.
I've been saying that for years.
I was thinking like Mel Gibson would be like the ultimate bad guy. Like, it made sense. Okay, he has the assassins going, and then he's gonna be, because the way it's even written, it's called boss level. You think it's gonna be like a video game. He says it in the beginning where he's reliving the level over and over and over again. It's boss level, and the fact that he gets to the boss, and there's nothing there. He just shoots him each time.
Mel Gibson sucked, bro. I mean, like, what is it? Was it when he's delivering that speech and he's just like, man, this asshole must have had this written down, because he be saying this word for word every time. But it's just like
it all the time.
He doesn't do nothing. He shows up, he delivers a speech, and then he gets into like one little hand-to-hand fight scene, which I was just like, okay, this character can fight, and then it's done in like fucking 5 seconds. I'm like, bro,
well, yeah, because
like,
then after he beats up Frank Grillo, he reaches for the gun and then gets stabbed through the hand, and then fight over, never happens again.
Yeah, because then when you
Never
see him
happens
again, boom, he gets popped. By the way, did Will Sasso? You remember Will Sasso, right? He played. He's the bodyguard. Well, you ever watch Mad TV?
Oh, he's Brett.
Yeah, he's Brett.
He's
so
Brett.
Have you seen him in other things like Mad TV and stuff? Okay, that damn sure cannot be his voice, because if you watch his other stuff, man, I don't know. He just sounds like, your usual funny fat guy. So in here, you hear him like, "Oh yeah, we got to get this agent and this Pulver guy." I'm like, "Hey, hold on, bro."
He probably did. He did the Batman voice right there.
Yeah, because I've watched Will Sasso. I've watched Will Sasso for years, and I'm just like, bro, that is not your damn voice.
Yeah, but honestly, like I was watching it, like at the very end, I was like thinking about it, just like, is that the same? Gemma, the ex-wife. I was like, is that the same blonde chick from Payback? Is that the same blonde chick from Payback? No. I was so excited when I thought that, because it was like, oh, something I'm actually happy about in this film.
Oh, you talking about Evie's? You talking about the replacement Evie from the Mummy 3? Mario Bello. Yeah. Thank God.
So I looked it up and I'm like, crap. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. God dang it. The
Naomi
one thing
Watts.
that had me excited about this movie, I'm wrong about. Because it was like, I can't find anything really enjoyable, because I was just trying to focus. So I was like, all right, he's doing the same thing over and over again. He's a deadbeat human being. His wife knows he's a deadbeat human being, but she relies on him to fix the timeline. If you know what's going to happen, why would you make a clone of him and not destroy the whole thing to begin with, if you were the brainchild behind the whole thing in the beginning?
She made a clone of him?
She put him in the machine, in the spindle, the BS science machine.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. She had time to literally slide that, and she has access to plenty of technological stuff. If she has access to things that are underneath the kitchen sink, you can make explosives out of common cleaning utensils. She's a genius scientist that was able to make a time machine, a correcting time machine. There is no way she doesn't know how to make explosives. If you don't know how, read the instructions on the bottle, what not to mix it with. It has the instructions right there on what you can do with this stuff. So it's like, she could have easily just destroyed the machine she created, because she realized that the colonel was not the right kind of man for it. It's so dumb that they had to do this convoluted time over and over. Groundhog Day meets John Wick Chapter 3 thing. I mean, I know the story is not meant to be actually looked into, but it's if you think about it, just like, dude, she picked like the worst human being. Why not just report it to the government or some kind of organization or
because in movies, the government are always the bad guys. That's why. If you in a suit, you're the bad guy. Look at Mel Gibson, suit, bad guy. So it sounds like you didn't like this movie.
No, I didn't care for the film. I was literally just watching it going like, because I was excited when it started out, because you know how it opens up. It's like he's just reliving the day. It's just like, I've been doing this over and over again. The narration seemed to work here. It was interesting, and I'm like, all right, this is Pam. I don't know her name, I just call her Pam. And then it's just like the way he introduced each character, it made it seem you gave the characters names, you gave them little special tricks. You have Kaboom, who's a bomber. You have the German twins who are in sync. You have a clone of him, the Roy number two. You have all these interesting things you could work with. What did you do? You decided to just have Pam introduced, and I was like, you know what? Let's say he pulled out his tooth, he lures them all to a trap. If they all ended up, think about it, if they all ended up at the diner at the same time, if they all ended up at the arcade at the same time, why is it they all, as soon as he pulled his tooth out, all arrived one at a time? Dude, do you have an answer?
You said when he pulled his tooth out, they arrived one at a time. Oh,
Yep.
are you talking about because they were basically following him all at once? So now that the track
and how they all ended up at the diner at the same time, right? They all ended up at the arcade at the same time. How is it that once he pulled his tooth out and lured them one at a time, why were they all lured one at a time?
Because, fool.
Explain it to me.
Just watch the
goddamn that was bothering me.
Just watch everything bothers you. If it ain't Star Wars, everything bothers you, okay?
Star Wars bothers me.
I fucked up. If it ain't Lord of the Rings, everything bothers you. There you go.
Lord of the Rings bothers me. If you've seen The Ring of Power, you would understand. It's trash.
I would never see The Ring of Power.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Case M point. But yeah, it's just like this movie, I was like, it started out so well, but it was the fact that after he pulled his tooth out, it just seemed to stagnate. The action, the story, even his narration kind of felt off at that point. And it's like an hour and 30-minute film. It's not long, but it was like 30 minutes into the film, he's trying to do the heist portion and break into the building.
Which I love. I love
every... that his first attempt was driving straight into the door.
Yeah, I loved every bit of that, especially when he gets out the elevator and he just kills himself, and it was just like, okay, that was weird.
They were explaining a few things. So he goes in as Roy number 2. There's a camera in the elevator. When did he change into the combat vest and everything?
I ain't gonna lie, I was wondering that too, because I'm just like, it doesn't matter if you, I'm like, it doesn't matter if you change your clothes, they still got the camera on you, so.
Yeah, it's like, how did you get here? How did you get here?
Yeah, no, I thought of that too.
But
I just watched it like not even an hour ago.
Oh my gosh. But I mean, you got anything to add to this film?
Okay, outside the film, what's another Groundhog Day type movie that you like besides Groundhog Day? Actually, I still haven't even seen Groundhog Day itself.
You haven't seen Groundhog Day?
No, I'm not a big Bill Murray fan. I'm not a big Bill Murray fan.
There's a supposed to be a scary movie that's like that.
Happy Death Day?
Yeah. I do want to check that out. That out.
Nah, I should have said we watched that because that was a good one.
That sounds interesting. That sounds like an interesting concept. Like, that's the thing. It's like you take Groundhog
Day. It's the exact
Day.
same shit, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like you take Groundhog Day. He lives the same day over and over. He's completely depressed until he finally finds love, and then that's the cure to the whole thing. Spoilers, I guess, but you'll never see it. It's Bill Murray, and you don't care.
I've been meaning to check it out. I mean, like, I'll be watching all these movies. I might as well check out the original. You haven't even bothered
to check out the real Ghostbusters.
Because I'm not a big Bill Murray fan. If it's not Zombieland or Garfield, I don't care.
Garfield. The one thing he's ever done that he regrets, except for popping up at the very end of Ghostbusters, the 4 women thing.
I like the first Garfield back in the day. I even went because I think I went to go see that and Garfield 2 in the drive-in.
Ooh, I just thought of one. Live, Die, Repeat.
Yes. Now that's a grind. Now I should have said let's watch that. That's a Groundhog Day movie.
That one right there.
We could talk about that one right now.
All right. Let's just jump into that. I guess.
Hold on. Hey. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Daddy Moan. It's EL-SCRIBBLER. Well, you call okay. So the people that's watching it live, they see this, and then the people that didn't watch it live, they get to see the edited version.
Oh, it's just like okay, cool.
Yep. Live. Oh, hold on. Is it Live? No. What's the title? Edge of Tomorrow. No, Edge of Tomorrow is the actual title, and then they said no, it's Live, Die, Repeat. When really all you need is kill.
It's based off the manga. All you need is kill.
Which makes perfect sense. All you need is kill. Honestly, I just thought because only Groundhog Day movies I thought about was, of course, Groundhog Day, Boss Level, and then Happy Death Day 1 and 2, and that Andy Samberg movie Palm Springs, which actually here is a good movie. It's on Hulu also. But Live, Die, Repeat.
There are, hang on, but that's the thing. It's like there are plenty of films like that. Groundhog Day is the first, so it always holds a special place in people's hearts. Boss Level, the reason why it did not work for me, it's like it was trying to be action, but then it was trying to be comedy, and it was just couldn't find the middle ground because the comedy aspect was the assassins. And then as soon as that got out the window, it was his narration that kind of held the comedy, but it's like they went the serious route because they introduce his family. They introduce the fact that his ex-wife cares about him more than anything. The humor kind of dies after that point because, well, it's turning itself serious. It's a life and death situation. It's no longer
once the assassins are gone, then the comedy kind of does slow down. I mean, there's some funny bits when he's trying to get into the facility, but it's not like how the first half was. I mean, when he first, you know what sucks about getting killed by a sword, and he starts talking about that. You see him get shot in the dick. Hell, or the scene where he like just crashes into the bus and he's just waiting to die while everybody is stepping over him.
The old lady steps on his face.
Yeah. Shit like that is funny. Even I've been carjacked.
And I have done this.
Yeah, like they got a lot of funny stuff, but it is in the first half because then after that, you're right, it does go a little serious, and it is just him mowing down motherfuckers. They really.
It's the second they do the flashback to say, to yesterday, and yesterday is like several hundred days behind him. Yeah. It's like the second they do that, it goes serious, and it's like great.
Can we at least agree on the fact that Frank Grillo was good in this movie?
Oh yeah. I feel it's sad how little he is in films.
Like it's surprising. Like the past couple years, he actually has been doing a lot of film, but it's just like a lot of them are like straight to DVD or whatever. Or like he had one big movie called I think it was called like Wolf something, and it was like almost $1 billion in China. But I heard he did good in that. He's also now in DC. So his first DC project is Creature Commander or something.
Is it the same kind of role he did in Marvel?
No. So he's playing Rick Flag Sr., Rick Flag's father from Suicide Squad. And so this one is it's an animated movie. The first one is animated. It's basically Suicide Squad because Viola Davis is back as Amanda Waller. But all of them are creatures, and Rick Flag Sr. is in charge. And then he's going to be in the new Superman movie as Rick Flag Sr. So, hey, hopefully it's not another Crossbones, fucking role where he's the bad guy, then he comes back in the next movie for all of 5 minutes. Because even he was pissed off about that. Like I signed for like this amount of films, and then all I got is in this movie, and I'm here for 5 minutes. And then he was also in What If also. Oh, he was in Endgame too. But I felt like they did Frank Grillo dirty in those Marvel movies. So hopefully James Gunn looks out for him in DC.
Yeah, but I'd like to see the Happy Death Day. I think that one would be an interesting concept. But yeah.
That was a surprise. I watched it and I was honestly surprised how much I enjoyed it. What sucks about the second one is the trailer makes it seem like now this time she has to keep going back to save all her friends. No, they do the multiverse here too. It turns into a science fiction movie to where they created some machine and then they accidentally put her in a different universe. And she's going back and doing the exact same thing. It's her birthday again.
Okay. But yeah, it's like the best of them all. Even outbeaten Groundhog Day would be Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat. All you need is kill.
I'm still waiting on Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat. Yeah, like I'm still waiting for that movie because
people have been wanting a sequel, and they were talking about a sequel too.
Yeah.
But
will it be as good as the first one? Because what made the first one so great is it's that Groundhog Day is that video game shit. He dies. He got started all over again, getting to the next level. And in fact,
unless he can find an actual checkpoint at a certain point.
And that's what I like. And it wasn't him being Tom Cruise. It was him working his way up to become Tom Cruise. The whole running and shooting and all that.
He was a nobody, a worthless person. He was just the PR guy in the beginning when the whole thing starts. He's one of those cowards that hides in their military suits, sitting in front of a camera, trying to talk down. It's like, oh, all these drones we send into foreign nations, it's all peaceful. They're the ones you put in front of the camera. And then the world goes to crap. And then what happens to him? He gets thrown into the mix. He was never supposed to be there. And you see it from the beginning. He's a coward from the start.
Mm-hmm. I actually really want to watch that.
Yeah. Now that's a film I want to see. Man, you gotta think these things through. You gotta think these things through.
I was in a bit of a time because I'm sitting there looking through all the movies. I'm like, bro, I can't think of a movie. It was another I could think of. Luckily, you got your movie, so I'll figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
We also certain movies we also need to go see them too and talk about them.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I would say Trap, but you just saw Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't want you. I know you don't want to go to the movies every week.
Nope.
Yep. See.
Nope. I got expenses to pay, man.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, got to save up. But yeah, it's just like that's the thing. If you're trying to do a film like Boss Level, I feel like you would stick with the comedy because the way Frank Grillo narrates was funny throughout. It's just when they started to make it serious, his humor felt like it fell off. And then the real problem I felt was when he realized that his wife or ex-wife believed in him. His tone changes as well. And it's like, so as soon as he starts making jokes after the fact, it doesn't feel right because he's supposed to be the comedic one. And then what happens? He starts making jokes after he turns serious. And I'm like, this doesn't fit anymore. This doesn't fit because in the beginning, his narration is comical as he's just dealing with it throughout. He has jokes. It's like, I'm getting carjacked over and over and over again. But as soon as his narration turns seriously, anytime he tries to do something that's comical, it doesn't fit. It doesn't sit right. That's why the tone and the pacing really slowed down because it's like you're watching something trying to compete for what it wants to be. And I'm just like, you got to pick something. It slowed down. It started to feel like a 2-hour long film, and it's only like an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah. It is not that long. And the disgrace of having Mel Gibson in a role. And
okay, the disgrace. I'm sorry, bro. Like at this point, Mel Gibson just pick any role. So to sit there and say that's like saying the disgrace of having Nicolas Cage.
That he can still play a role. If you can get him for cheap, you use him. That's the disgrace.
Hell, I'd have been cool. I'd have been cool if all of a sudden Mel Gibson's character went through the Groundhog Day bit. Like, okay, fuck it. Now it's my turn to try to stop him or something. But to have Mel Gibson just sit there, make a couple speeches, and then just get killed each time, that was kind of whack. For me, that was the weak point of the movie.
Yeah, because you think it's going to lead up to this big fight, and even the fight with Brett was off camera because it's the sword. And the next thing,
he smelled muffins though.
400-pound unicorn.
Yeah,
it's just like.
So I love when he's talking to I forgot the dude name, the black dude I know all about the security bit. I love I love how he was just
Carl.
I don't know, but I love how he was just
Darryl?
drunk as hell, and he's just like, yeah, I got shot in the face once, and it went like right through there, and then all of a sudden I started tasting steak, and then I realized that's the heat of the bullet cooking my tongue.
Yeah, he tasted his tongue.
I love how he just sits there and describes it.
But like the character like Daryl or the doctor, what's his real name? Dr. what?
Dr.
The one
Ken?
who was the what?
Dr. Ken?
Is that his real name?
Are you talking about the Asian dude from Hangover?
Yeah.
Ken. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but yeah, Ken. Dr. Ken.
Dr. Ken, yeah. He's there. He's for comedic relief. I didn't care for his character, sadly. It was
y'all had him in it. Y'all could have did something more. Y'all could have made him funny as hell and just keep bringing him back for random shit.
And they did nothing with him. Honestly, they had the scientist dude be a lot funnier just because he went into the bathroom with him when he was tearing out his teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking he was going to run away and Frank Grillo would close the door on him and continue to pull it out in front of him and show it to him.
That'd have been great.
Like, because if you were stuck in a bathroom with someone who's pulling out their teeth, as soon as they pull out the first tooth, what are you going to do? Are you going to stick around? Oh, yeah. Post it online.
Yeah. The fuck?
Yeah, run. I'd run. I'd be like, I'm getting out of here. If someone's willing to do that to themselves, what are they planning to do with other people?
I'm recording that, man. World star.
Yeah. As you're trying to get out the door, just hold your hand in there recording.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But it just like he was a comedic beat, but it was like really after that, it stopped being funny for me. after that. That was like the peak of comedy, and then it slowed down. Well, that in Hitler's Gun.
Because I think I stopped laughing. I think the last part of that movie I laughed at was when he did when he killed her and said, "I am Roy and I have done this." After that, yeah. But then again, I think that was probably about the ending. And it's funny
that was by the end, but that was after he was being serious about things. That was around the 50-minute point. There were still like 40 minutes left.
Okay.
Yeah. But for me, the last funny thing was the AF gun.
So when I had watched this was before it even came on streaming. So I guess I watched the international version. Everything was the same until it got to the ending. And I feel sorry for them because the ending stops when he's going into the machine and it's like, we don't know whether you're gonna, cease to exist or not. And then the second he's in the machine and he looks up, that's it. I'm like, that's how y'all end the movie? So I'm glad that. Hell no. Hell no.
I hated the fact that he's like, all right, all I gotta do is do this again.
I love that.
That's gonna be easy. And
I love that. I love that scene.
Like in like they could have at least showed us while the credits were rolling, just little clips of him smiling to the camera, breaking the fourth wall as he's doing this for the last time.
Okay, that would have been cool. I would enjoy that.
We know it's happening. Because right now I'm like, what if something goes wrong?
Okay, that's for us to interpret. So the fact that he's in the machine and it just cuts off, that's fine. But the fact that now he's back, he's existing, now he just have to, take care of everything and he's good. Like that's worse. It's the same shit. You don't know.
It is because
they both leave. They both leave on somewhat of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I like the idea where you either have to choose that the world was corrected and he got to be with his family, or the fact that he was blown into the ether, but he saved the world. One of those two. The other one is like, okay, he's given a second chance, but is he actually going to win this time? Because remember,
I like that. I actually put a smile on my face.
To the tower to save his girl, he has to remove his tooth. All that stuff they introduced. And remember, him saving his ex-wife, this is going to be the first time he's done it for the second time in a row. So there's huge problems with it that there could be something that is different.
So he has to make sure to jump on that helicopter, kill that dude, get the helicopter to the roof, take the helicopter gun, mow their ass down, and then you sitting there killing Brett and Mel Gibson, and then boom, done.
He's got to make it down the stairs.
Run. Speed
How
run.
many times can things go? But that's the thing. It's not a video game. It's like the whole butterfly effect. You could do one thing accidentally wrong. Because remember, how he was like, "Oh, I've done this so many times," and then he stubbed his toe on like what 85.
Yeah,
it's like, what if something goes wrong?
I would have just shot. I would have just shot myself right there. I would have shot myself right there.
Yeah, same. What if he's running down the stairs but overexcited that he ends up tripping because he lost his footing?
That should have been funny as fuck.
But then it's game over right there. It's like, I would have rather.
Okay, but you're getting into a bunch of hypotheticals.
Exactly.
That doesn't matter. It's just it gives you on the note like, oh shit, he got to do this again. Like damn. But you sitting there like, okay, so it might happen, it might not, but like it leaves you open. It leaves it open. All right, I actually like
it open at the beginning.
But here you go again, over analyzing. Oh, well, when he gets up and bites his tongue, nah, you doing too much. You thinking too much, bro. You are.
Honestly, if the film did a little more thinking, it probably would a little bit more enjoyable.
Bro, get the fuck out of here! Like come on, man. Like really?
And we would if it was in the credit sequence, like him doing all that, we would have had at least like 2 more minutes with Frank Grillo.
Sure. Oh, don't get me wrong. I would love to have more Frank Grillo.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I hate that.
It's the fact that you watch that ending where he's like, okay, time not to die. I gotta do this again. And all you think about is, well, shit, what if he bit his tongue? Oh, what if all of a sudden, the toaster popped up? What if all of a sudden he gets a fucking phone call? How's he going to survive that? I'm like, bro, now you're just thinking too much. You're just thinking too much. Just think of it as, oh shit, he got to do it again. Hopefully he gets it done. That's it.
They introduced that in the story. The fact that things happen. He's done it hundreds of times.
Okay, but now he has
to do it this way.
Okay, he has to do it again. Okay, Who knows? Who knows if he's gonna live or gonna die? Who knows?
Yeah, but I wasn't a fan of
Yeah,
the
I see.
I wasn't a fan.
I see.
But that's the thing. I was excited when I saw Frank Grillo was in it because it's like I like him as an actor. It's just sadly he's never actually had a role that was perfect for him. He always does great in what he's in.
Oh no. The Purge movies. Please tell me you saw please tell me you saw Purge 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Those were his movies. Me personally, when I saw him in number 2, I'm like, let him be the Punisher. That's the Punisher right there. What do you think? Frank Grillo as a Punisher?
I could see him as the Punisher.
That's one of the 5 Punishers that Deadpool was talking about.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that Casanova killed.
Yeah, I would love Frank Grillo as a Punisher, and Purge Anarchy and Purge Election Year is what made me feel that way. Because come to find out, he's actually coming back for Purge 6. And I mean, like, I'm sorry, because the other 2 were ass, and I'm just like, where's Frank Grillo? Yeah. I need Frank Grillo.
The prequel to the Purges is like, okay, whatever.
The Black Purge.
Yeah.
Like, that was what that was, the Black Purge, man. And what they do the second, all crime is legal. I'm about to fuck me a white girl on the top of a police car. I'm like, come on. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
I don't blame you, bro, but come on. We get our movie. Look, come on, keep that shit. That's for deleted scenes, bro.
No, that's for the bonus features at the end of the film. Like when they ad-lib things. That would have been interesting to have jokes. The blooper reels at the end. Like the credits are rolling, and then this serious film that's kind of over the top, you start hearing them saying what's actually in their heads. Yeah. And it's like, now that's funny. Now that's funny.
Have you seen The Kill Point?
No.
All right, so that's been the first time I ever stumbled across Frank Grillo. It was on not Spike TV. Yeah, Spike TV. It's a bank heist show. John Leguizamo is the bank, the heist leader. It's him and his army comrades, and Donnie Wahlberg is the hostage negotiator. It's actually a pretty good show. They were talking about a season 2, but I'm like, season 2 have to be a completely different story.
You know the first movie I saw Frank Grillo in.
Frank Grillo, Warrior.
No. Well, technically, yes, but I didn't realize who he was.
Oh, hold on. Frank Grillo. I know these movies. I know you're not gonna say Captain America. No. Frank Grillo. Come on, I've seen all his movies. Go ahead.
We were in college.
Oh my God! Disconnect.
Yes, man. The Lifetime movie,
bro. I was looking. Go ahead.
I was watching that because I remember I was watching that and I'm being like, this is a good actor, but this movie just isn't good. And then I find out that Frank Grillo is like an amazing actor. I'd seen him in Warrior and all these other films, and it's just like, because I remember me and you were talking about that because Rob was talking about how great of a film this is, and then you were like, well, Warrior has Frank Grillo and it's much better. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I started watching more of those films with him in it.
Because it's funny, I was looking up his filmography, seeing what else he got coming out, and I'm just like, bro, I can't believe Rob was saying how good, Rob was our teacher, how good this movie was. I'm like, bro, stop being stupid. If you're gonna send a dick pic, do not put your face in it. Hey, if you're sitting here just talking to some random person on the internet, y'all connecting, don't start giving them all this personal information and you don't know this person. It was just a movie filled with dum-dums.
Yeah, it's like if you're not able to live chat with someone, because it's like that thing that's you're trying to talk to someone to live chat to them, and even I've seen things where they're like, oh, my screen's broken, my fingers have started bleeding, I can't use. It's like when those screens crack, they don't have the type of glass to cut your fingers.
No, for real.
They could be open, completely split in half, and you cannot cut yourself with them. It's that kind of whatever plastic.
Yeah.
But it was just like, that's the movie where I realized who he was as an actor, and I'm gonna live with that shame.
Oh, but that was after Warrior though.
Yeah, that was after Warrior.
Okay. I'm about to say, please don't let that be
a copy of Warrior for him to be like, this is what you need to see.
And he never watched it.
Nope. Oh,
I'm glad I didn't give him my copy.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I let him. Yeah, I had you give him yours. I knew that was a bad idea. Like, man, he ain't gonna watch this shit.
Oh,
good old Rob.
But it's kind of sad seeing a film with him in it, which honestly had the potential to be good, but he's not considered honestly not a B grade actor apparently. With all the films he's given, like even when Bruce Willis was starting to be taken advantage of by his agent, he was being thrown in all these random roles. Yeah. What was that film with him and Bruce Willis in it?
Where they had like Cosmic Sin.
Cosmic, yeah. It was like also that had the potential to be good. It had Bruce Willis and Frank Grillo, but the story was crap.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, we watched it.
I didn't watch that shit.
We watched it.
No, I did not watch that.
Then I watched it.
You watched it. Because I was thinking about watching it, then I saw just how it looked. I'm like, it's gonna be some bullshit.
Yep, it was.
I'm sorry. I don't watch those straight to DVD Bruce Willis movies because 10 times out of 10
that's when Bruce Willis was basically being taken advantage of by his agent because his mind started to go, which is kind of tragic. You know, and over the past few years, he was being thrown in everything by his agent because he didn't know what he was doing.
And honestly, while that is messed up, it's also good for him because he ain't gonna be working no more. So you know what? Might as well make that money while you can. But
he wasn't making the money. The agent was taking it all.
Oh, fuck that dude, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know. That's
when the family found out, they brought him out. That's why there's nothing with Bruce Willis in it. That's why all his lines in the most recent things have been like non-existent. He's just there. They better not remake Die Hard.
You know they are.
I know, but they better not.
I just hope I'm dead. Yeah.
I hope it flops. And then they re-release the original Die Hard in theaters, and it just does great.
It came on in theaters, I think, last year. I meant to go see it for Christmas. Yeah. But I'm like, man, I'm gonna just watch it at home.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like Frank Grillo has a chance to do something like Boss Level, something that honestly I can see the potential in it. It's just, I think it's because the way I think about things, I try to analyze and break down. And sometimes you got to give the writers some slack because you don't truly see everything till it's right in front of you. And I have a habit of breaking things down once I see them. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I was reading the script, I'd maybe find a few issues with it, but I wouldn't find everything I find as when I see it. Because when it's all said and done, it's like, well, the final thing has been put to print. It's on the page, and now it's the end result. Just like with all those people who edit books, they end up, while hundreds of readers are reading it, oh, there's this issue here. There's this issue here.
Okay. It's called Creature. Oh, okay. So, he's in that too? Okay. Frank Grillo is in a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff is not like those big budget movies. It's always like, okay.
Well, when he is in a big budget film, he's thrown to the side.
Yeah, you watched Hitman's Bodyguard's Wife. Yep, Frank Grillo was in that. You know, he was in one of my favorite shows, Breakout Kings. He was in Prison Break, and I'm looking at his filmography again. I forgot that he did Cosmic Sin. I forgot. I saw Cosmic Sin pop up. Don't forget, he was in that Tyrese movie, Black and Blue, when he played one of the crooked cops. That was going up. I know.
Yeah, and but he's never like anytime he's the main focus. It's a film that's not great.
Have you seen this movie Point Blank?
Nah.
Okay, that movie wasn't bad. I felt like they could have had a little more comedy because it's Anthony Mackie as a paramedic, and then I think Frank Grillo is on the run or whatever, and then all of a sudden they kind of like stuck together, and there's like some funny bits, but I felt like it could have been funnier because Frank Grillo, Anthony Mackie is like, the paramedic, so he's not, involved in this type of shit. And then you got Frank Grillo, who's the badass. Y'all easily could have made that a good action comedy. But I just saw that. Okay, so Frank Grillo has actually got a couple of things with DC. So he has that Creature Commando, that's what it's called, Creature Commandos, and he's gonna be in Peacemaker season 2, playing the same character, Rick Flag Sr. So now they're really probably gonna do something because remember, Peacemaker killed Rick Flag in the Suicide Squad. So now I'm excited. Now I want to see how that's gonna go. Okay, he's doing something. He's doing something. It's just like it depends on who picks him up.
Yeah, and what they do with him, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
What they do with him. Okay, so we talked about Frank Grillo and the fact that he's been looked over. Mel Gibson in this film.
We talked about Mel Gibson. They didn't do shit with him.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. And I understand, like, Frank Grillo has never had the chance to shine. Mel Gibson has had his time. So him just accepting this role and it being a trash film is kind of like, in the end, for someone like him, it doesn't really matter because he's had his Lethal Weapons. He's had his Bravehearts. He's had his, I guess, Passion of the Christs.
Oh, you know they got a sequel coming, right?
What?
Passion of the Christ.
Oh, is this the Family Guy one?
No, it's a real thing. I think it's about the 3 days after he came back. I'm not religious. I don't know anything about this, but it's about when Jesus came back. That's coming out, I think, next year or this year.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's already filmed.
Oh, I think they're going to try to recompete for the -- rated R spot again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
They're going to try to Passion and then Deadpool. We beat them domestically.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember when Passion Christ came out, my mama said it was a sin to bootleg that movie. Because you had motherfuckers at the grocery store. Hey, I got Passion of the Christ. Bro, you really got Jesus getting his ass beat for 2 hours on bootleg? I'm not religious, but even that's messed up, man. Come on. Come on. You got somebody walking in front. Pa, sit the down. Like, no.
Yeah. But you know, some people, they can't afford it. I got Gamecast.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this right now. When I become an actor, if you sitting here watching my movies on bootleg, on streaming, you are not a fan of mine. Go fuck yourself. Because let's be real. That affects that. Huh?
Didn't Quentin Tarantino say that when the Hateful Eight came out bootlegged, and he was like, "You better have seen it in theaters."
Oh no, I told you that because I was at his I was in Hollywood and I was at his Walk of Fame ceremony. So we were waiting for Sam Jackson. We're waiting for Sam Jackson to arrive to Quentin Tarantino's ceremony. Come on, bro. So, you know, he's sitting there talking to the fans, you know, like, hey, anybody got any questions? And this chick is like, oh, I love the Hateful Eight. And he's like, that didn't come out yet, so you must have saw it for free. Oh, I'm gonna still go see it. Yeah, sure you are. You dumbass. I think I bootlegged that too.
Yeah, well, dude, I remember.
I don't stream no more.
Talking about it before it even came out.
Yeah, because it was those what was it? The Academy things or whatever. The burner.
Oh yeah,
copy.
the Academy. Yeah, they got released.
Yep. So it was Joy, Hateful Eight, and The Revenant, and a couple more. I had to go see The Revenant in theaters. I mean, it's DiCaprio. I had to. But and it sucks because I'm like, damn, my favorite actor and my favorite director. But
speaking of which, I just recently saw a movie that had non-linear storytelling like Quentin Tarantino. It was a messed up film. Like, it was amazingly well done, but it's just a messed up story.
What was
Great.
it called?
Maharaja. I would recommend you to watch it, but I can't watch it again. I just can't. It's one of those that you need to see like 3 times to truly grasp it. But I just have an issue when it comes to like children and in bad situations, children, women who get taken advantage of by men. When it comes to that, I kind of draw a line. So I can't watch it again for that. Gotcha. It is an amazing film, but at the same time, that's just too much for me.
I'll probably never watch it, but I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's amazing, but it's too much for me.
But yeah, they wasted. Mel Gibson was a waste.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, for him, he doesn't care. He got his paycheck. He's had his prime. He gets his residuals from those classic pieces of work that he doesn't ever need to care. The problem is someone like Frank Grillo has to keep grinding at these things because still he doesn't have enough residuals in the back burner to retire at whatever age. He's like 50, I think.
59.
Yeah. He doesn't have a chance to do that yet.
And that sucks because Frank Grillo really started getting known when he hit his 50s. And I'm just like, bro,
But that's
That
the thing. He
fucking
still hasn't started
sucks.
getting on. That's the problem.
No, he's still like lower. Like you see him, but it's in a movie. He's always a side character. I mean, hell, all his roles in Superman and everything else that he's about to be in DC, I already know it's going to be a side character.
Well,
Unless
yeah,
he can
he's
outshine people, but I doubt it.
even Rick Flag wasn't a main character in those. So it's like, of course,
But
Senior's
look
going
at
to
the
be
actor though.
more
Look
one.
at the actor though. I'm sorry. I don't care for Joel
Again,
Kinnaman.
but look at Frank Grillo as an actor. Most people view him the same. That's the problem. He's no Jack Courtney. What he needs is Jack Courtney's agent.
He really do. I want Jai Courtney's agent. Who I was just saying that about somebody that has Jai Courtney. Oh, no, it's what's the dude from fuck? He played the bad guy in Logan with the mechanical arm.
Oh, yeah. I don't know his name.
I feel like he got a good agent, but he just don't have or he just hasn't shown me the skills that he has because I haven't. Skills. He actually has a new movie coming called Silent Hour, where he's a deaf cop. Like he's chasing somebody, but he gets into an accident. He loses his hearing, and then like one of the witnesses that he needs to save is also deaf. I know, right?
I saw I didn't see it. It got canceled pretty quickly. It was a pilot for a show about a blind police officer. That thing got laughed into the ground because there's no way you could have a blind police officer.
That's dumb as hell. I need to know what movie that is. A show that is.
Movie. It was a show. It was a pilot for a series. I was sick during this point in time, so I was in bed watching whatever came on TV, and that came on. I watched them just like I was like 15 at the time, and even then I was like, this doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that's what I mean. It's like Mel Gibson. Literally, it's probably the same reason. Crap, I forgot his name. Who did Hitman? Still the best Hitman.
Oh, honestly. Timothy Olyphant.
Olyphant, yeah. Timothy Olyphant.
Timothy Olyphant actually has a decent career.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is like for Mel Gibson, like Timothy Olyphant as well, from like what was it, The Girl Next Door and things like that. He's always been good in the roles he was given. He's always had the shots. So I think Mel Gibson was literally like, you know what? I want a pool. I'll take this job just so I can extend my pool or buy an extension to the house or get a new car. That's how that's why Timothy Olyphant did Hitman. He wanted to buy a house.
Yeah.
His $3 million role to buy a house. It's just like, that's the thing, is like these ones who have been in the role for a long time. It's not their retirement. It's not anything that's important. They just want enough money to buy something immediately because they're smart enough and not dumb like some actors or some professional athletes who spend all their money immediately and then end up broke by the time they retire.
Yeah.
They're living off their residuals. They keep that as for everything else. And then they'll do one offshoot job to pay for the thing they want immediately. It's sad because it's like Frank Grillo needs a break, needs a role. And here these other actors are just like, well, I'm just going to get killed off quickly. And they have a lot of range. They have a lot of skill. Of course, Timothy Olyphant actually did amazing in his role. But like Mel Gibson, sure, he doesn't care about what he does now. But at the same time, you've got this actor. Use him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like Boss Level.
Yeah. I didn't care for it. But it's fine. It's fine.
All right. So what's the next movie that we're gonna do for next week? It's gonna be your turn.
I'll let you know about that. You know what? In like a day or two. Let's check right now if you have access to The Man from Nowhere.
What do you have it on?
Amazon.
All right.
Prime.
You bought it?
I don't know. I have it there.
All right.
I don't know if he's got it or not.
Yeah, I'm about to find
But if he does, it'll be The Man from Nowhere. I'm kind of trying to avoid, introducing a lot of Indian cinema to him. I kind of want to just go widespread. But there are a few things I do want to recommend to him, especially like the Indian remakes of American movies. I do want to start doing that. I'm going to be honest. That'll be pretty entertaining to do.
I'm looking on other apps because it's not on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime?
It's not on there.
Crap. Well, that sucks.
It's on Peacock. You good? Hold on.
Okay. The Man from Nowhere. It's Korean. I think it's Korean.
Hey, you better get that right. Yeah, it's on Peacock. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be called a racist for being like, no, it's not Korean, it's an Indonesian film or whatever. It's just like whatever.
Hey, and you know what? I'm gonna jump the gun. The movie that I'm gonna choose after The Man from Nowhere, Kung Pao Into the Fist. Nah. Kung Pao Into the Fist.
But then again, something like that, like comedies. There's not much to talk about with comedies, honestly.
No. Unless it actually has like a legit story to it.
Yeah, I like stories because we can talk about them. Like you didn't even do a synopsis in the beginning of this film because there is none.
It's
literally
Groundhog Day. It's Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day meets John Wick Chapter 3. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. With some BS science in it.
Oh my God! I couldn't log into my Peacock for a second on here.
Yeah, but we'll be checking that out for next week.
I'm trying to figure out what. Ooh, they got Shrek.
What?
Nah, Shrek is on Peacock now.
Well, I guess that's it for boss level.
Yeah,
the big boss. Yeah, poor Frank Grillo.
Yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I feel like his career is going. You know, he played what's his name? A Lamborghini. They did a Lamborghini biopic. He was Lamborghini. It got horrible reviews.
Of course. But that's the thing. It's like he's 59. His career's passed him by. That's the sad part. It's passed him by.
Unless he gets that. I mean, but at the same time, though, all it takes is that one. Who knows? You know, who would have knew that Liam Neeson was going to become an action star in his 60s?
He really didn't. It was just that real one film.
Yeah, and he became an action star because every movie after that was action. All 3 Taken movies, nonstop. What's that? What's another movie? 18. You know, what's that? Not that nonstop. It was that other movie with Ed Harris. Run All Night. Like he's just become
the only good movie with Ed Harris that I absolutely love.
Radio
has Sean Connery.
That's
and has
Radio.
not Jack Nicholson.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. The Rock.
I'm about to say Nicolas Cage wasn't in Radio.
The Rock.
I like Radio better.
Yeah, because it's funny because Sean Connery's basically playing 007 after he's been captured.
Yeah, that's what everybody named I'm gonna say about that movie.
Yeah, it's 007 after he's been captured. He's released to assist, and it's just like that just works. It works. Oh, because he even mentioned he worked for the MI6.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Ooh. Hey, you got Peacock. You got Peacock, don't you?
No.
No, didn't I give you my? I gave you my Peacock.
Yeah, but it signed me out a while ago.
You need me to give you my Peacock again?
Maybe later if we ever need to watch something off of it.
Well, no, because Peacock actually do have some movies coming out. They got Fall Guy. They got that movie. I'm not watching The Bike Riders again. But you picked your movie. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out something. Something that actually has a plot to it. It's not just some silly action movie.
Yeah, if it's a comedy, have it have a story, like where
21 Jump Street
is about family, or it's about romance, or it's about
trying to matter, finding purpose.
Finding a purpose.
See, Deadpool and Wolverine has had a story about finding purpose.
But thank you all for watching. That we're rambling at this point. I didn't care for Boss Level. I saw holes in it. This dude here enjoyed it. It's good for him. Good for him. He absolutely loved it. That's great.
This is my 4th time watching it. So yeah, I love it. I love Frank Grillo.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time.
Yep. As always, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Toodles.
Frank Grillo, my nigga.
It lasted a while.